Welcome to Around the Peninsula. I'm Specialist Sarah Herring. The U.S. Army has relocated nearly 100 of its newer combat vehicles to Busan. Army Sergeant Matt Waymeyer has a story at Pier 8.
The U.S. Central Command, or CENTCOM, transferred mine-resistant ambush-protected vehicles, or MRAPs, to Korea. The 78 MRAPs came from places like Afghanistan and Iraq because of forced drawdowns. The delivery is a part of the Army's Prevent, Shape, and Win Foundation.
The Army's fielding them globally as part of our pre-positioned stocks here in Korea. They'll also be used for training with 2nd Infantry Division.
This load was split in two. One group will go to Camp Casey and the other to Camp Carroll. It isn't the last shipment for Korea.
The Army's making decisions about how many they want to keep and where they want to put them. So we know so far that 301 have been designated to come here to Korea.
The MRAPs arrived by ship a few days before the Busan crews started to load them for onward movement.
The staging is pretty much getting everything ready to be pushed off. As far as pushing off, we can use line haul, which is truck movements, or we can use it by rail.
The vehicles received technical inspections at Pier 8. They'll receive equipment upgrades when they arrive at their destinations. Army Sergeant Matt Waymeyer, Pier 8, Busan.
The two types of MRAPs in the shipment were the Max Pro Plus and the Multi-Purpose All-Terrain Vehicle, or MATV. Learning the host nation's language can be a key part to understanding its culture. Katusa Corporal Yeon-ha Kwon met with a captain who demonstrated his understanding about Korean culture during a speech competition.
8th Army hosted the 14th Annual Korean English Speech Contest at Yongsan Movie Theater.
8 different soldiers, 2 from each area in Korea, came here on Yongsan to participate in a competition for who could deliver speech in the Korean language the best. In addition, there were 7 elementary school-age Korean children that were here participating in an English contest.
Captain Vladislav Slayev delivered a speech titled "The Language, the Key to Understanding Culture."
I will continue to be devoted to studying and practicing my Korean language and culture. Also, I look forward to being able to participate in future events like this with my Korean peers.
Captain Vladislav credits his Katusas for his successful speech.
The primary way I prepared was I had my Katusa soldiers, part of HHC, United States Army Garrison Yongsan. They convinced me to do this competition, and they prepared a great speech, a well-written speech for me.
Captain Vladislav won the Raka General's Award for his speech. Katusa Corporal Yeon-ha Kwon, Yongsan, Korea.
The 8th Army holds the annual Korean English Speech Contest every September. There are many different ways to connect with others in the military. Airman Nancy Kasberg tells us how one man is using music to break barriers.
Some, he's just a DJ with nice headphones. But this guy does a little more than just press play. Better opportunities for single soldiers, or boss representative, Corporal Alejandro Enriquez, is responsible for making this year's Victory Day unique.
We were at a club and they were dancing, and I just introduced myself and said, yo, I'm a fan of hip-hop, I'm a fan of breakdancing. I love what you guys are doing, it looks great. I wanted y'all to come down and share that to the soldiers, and they would definitely love it. Just give them some of that hip-hop feel from Seoul, Korea.
Connecting people all over the peninsula through music and dance gives this corporal inspiration to keep bringing new ideas to the table.
Putting things together for the people, I like that sort of work, because I've been away from my family for 2 years, so to keep my morale up, I've been just engulfing myself with BOSS.
After more than 2 years with the BOSS program, he knows his work isn't done.
I'm still putting work in. I went way past what they were asking for. It's 120 hours. I'm over 200 plus, because I like what I do. It's great for the soldiers. It boosts the morale in the units and in the batteries, and it's great. It's a great program.
More than just the guy with the headphones, Corporal Alejandro Enriquez uses music to bring people together and experience Korean culture through hip-hop. Airman First Class Nancy Kasberg, Suwon Air Base, Korea.
Corporal Henriquez hopes to start a hip-hop breakdancing class for single soldiers in Suwon. Football in the fall is practically an American tradition. Army Sergeant Jose Ramirez takes us to Kunsan Air Base, where 2 teams take to the field for an evening of friendly competition.
It's a cool autumn evening, and some airmen are trading in their boots for cleats and heading to the softball field for some football. Tonight it's Wing Staff Agency's undefeated team, the Agency, versus Kunsan Security Forces team, the Cops. It was a fast-paced game with the 8 security forces taking an early lead, scoring both the touchdown and extra point conversion in the first few minutes. After several turnovers on downs from both the Agency and the Cops, Wing Staff Agency managed to push the ball upfield and seal themselves a touchdown with moments to spare in the first half. After a quick halftime show from the security forces, the second half proved to be a proverbial battlefield, with both teams using everything in their arsenal to gain yardage. In the end, however, the Cops held the lead and toppled the Agency from their undefeated podium, creating what seems to be one of the season's top rivalries.
Oh, I think they already know. They know we're going to come for them. They know we're going to for them. You know, the respect is there. It's always been there. It's mutual. But I guarantee you the results are going to be different next time.
Army Sergeant Jose Ramirez, Kunsan Air Base, Korea.
Kunsan football season is well underway with games every week and a powder puff game every Friday. Soldiers attend a course that readies them to fight tonight. Air Force Sergeant Jennifer Stye shares just how the Army's Combatives course succeeds in preparing soldiers for the fight.
Closing the distance, getting to a dominant position, and finishing the fight. These are the fundamentals that make up the Army's fight strategy. Whether they are on the mat or in the elements, soldiers are learning skills necessary to make them mentally and physically fit for hand-to-hand combat.
If we were to clear a room in combat, this definitely would help us a lot due to the fact we will have interactions with the local nationals or the enemy. And if they were to get in our space within arm's reach, we'd be able to go ahead and then deal with them either by finishing the fight or by detaining them.
The course gives students knowledge and, more importantly, the confidence and experience to get through a hand-to-hand combat situation.
In sport, in general, you know, they're competing for points, but when it comes to being a soldier, you know, there's no points. Nobody keeps track of your points when you're in combat. You know, you either finish the fight or you don't come home alive. Particularly important here in South Korea, you know, we always have that mentality of ready to fight tonight. Sometimes I wonder if some of those soldiers that are not doing combatives, if they are ready to fight tonight.
After 80 hours of training, the soldiers take a valuable skill set with them and back to their units to ensure they are mentally and physically ready to fight tonight. Air Force Staff Sergeant Jennifer Stye, Camp Humphreys, Korea.
The Combatives course continues to go through changes as necessary based on lessons learned on today's battlefield. The Oktoberfest is a festival held in Munich, Germany, running from late September to the first weekend in October. Army Sergeant Edwin Pierce tells us how the Dragon Hill Lodge is bringing Germany to Korea.
Traditional German music fills the air at the Dragon Hill Lodge, as does the smell of German food. They did this by bringing a little bit of German tradition to Korea.
We have an annual Oktoberfest here at the Dragon Hill Lodge every September, and it's a lot of fun. It's where our military family can come and enjoy a piece of Germany here in Korea.
Dragon Hill Lodge prepared lots of events like arm wrestling, nailing the wood, and a beer drinking contest.
It's just as fun. We've got great food, we've got great libations, and a lot of fun contests with our 8th U.S. Army Oompa Band. So we want everyone to enjoy Oktoberfest and also remember that there is a little bit of Germany in Korea.
Between the events, people enjoyed silly moves like the chicken dance and German-style toast.
It's a great event. It's a good opportunity to get out with your family and some friends and our Korean allies and have a good time and be a little silly. It's a great event.
For the people who truly love this Oktoberfest, DHL is going to have the same event next year. Army Sergeant Edwin Pierce, Yongsan, Korea.
The Dragon Hill Lodge holds its Oktoberfest every year in the big tent on top of the parking garage. That was around the Peninsula for Thursday, October 4th. From all of us at AFN, enjoy your evening.